All right, UFC 286, and still was the result. Of course, Leon Rocky Edwards defended the belt on home turf at the O2 Arena in London and won a decision over Kamaru Usman. So, of course, when you're the champion, the big question is, who is next? Well, we know Colby Covington was the backup fighter. He flew into London, made weight on the Friday, attended the show on the Saturday, and I bumped into him at the airport on Sunday. I had a little chat. He was a very, very nice guy, actually. None of the WWE stuff, none of that. Just a very, very nice, respectful man. Now, according to Leon Edwards, number one at the post-fight press conference, at the BT Sport desk, and when he spoke to Ariel Helwani, he said that
I definitely will say, and listen, Ian getting the title shot next.
He said, listen, Colby has sat out for a year and a half, and all he's done since then is beat Jorge Masvidal last year in March. He said, Colby refused to fight Belal Muhammad in London. Colby's had 2 title shots in 3 years, and Colby got his second title fight after just winning 1 fight, which was against Tyron Woodley, and that he shouldn't get a 3rd fight after just having 1 more win, which was, of course, against Jorge Masvidal. So, listen, Leon's got some points there. I understand what he's saying. Leon said himself, listen, I had to fight my way to a title fight. I had to win 10 in a row. I said yes to every single opponent, including Khamzat Chimaev 2 times when nobody wanted to fight him. To be fair, there was a pandemic that went on as well, kind of messed things up for everybody. But still, so he's saying that he doesn't want to fight Colby Covington. And I understand his reasons, okay? Covington was the backup fighter, as I said. He's 12-3 in the UFC, 8-2 in his last 10 fights. So, of course, he's got a great resume. And the only person to beat him was Kamaru Usman on 2 occasions. So, Colby, regardless whether you like it or not, he does have a good chance, okay? Now, what's going to happen? Because Dana said to Colby, he's going to get the next shot. Dana said to the world at the post-fight press conference, Colby Covington gets the next shot. And I guarantee you this, even though I weren't there, but I guarantee, or I heavily speculate this, Colby Covington went out to London as the backup fighter. Dana White said to him, if you go through a training camp, if you train for a fight, you fly to London, you go through the hardships of making weight. If you do that with a 99.999% chance that you're not going to train for a fight, I will reward you by giving you the next title fight. And of course, Dana is the president of the UFC. Okay, so he can make those kind of claims. But also on the flip side, Leon Edwards, you can't force him to fight. You can't force him to fight anybody, even though he's the champion. I mean, this isn't ancient Rome. Yes, they are gladiators in a sense, but this isn't ancient Rome. They cannot force anybody to fight anyone. So how is this all going to play out? Well, listen, there's other contenders out there. Obviously, there's Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns. I understand from Leon Edwards' perspective, he wants to fight Jorge Masvidal. Of course, Masvidal is going to get past Gilbert Burns first in Miami next month. That's not going to be easy. Okay, Burns is a ridiculously good fighter, heavy hands, great jiu-jitsu. And Gilbert Burns has lost to Kamaru Usman as well. Masvidal has lost to Kamaru Usman twice. So these are all, with Leon being the champ, all the welterweights out there are really starting to lick in their chops. And they're very, very excited because they get another crack of the whip. If Kamaru was still the dominant force at the top, if he was still the champion, it's hard to get a 3rd fight, a 4th fight, or whatever, even a 2nd fight against the champion when he's dominated you. Remember, he finished Gilbert Burns, knocked out Jorge Masvidal in style the 2nd time that they fought. But with there being fresh blood, with Leon Edwards being the champ, with Rocky being the king, well, hey, there is new blood there. New opportunities. So let's have a look at this. Masvidal and Leon, they have history. That is for sure. And with the actual footage of the 3-piece and the soda, remember, Masvidal was talking to Laura Sanko backstage at the O2 Arena 2019. Leon walks by. They might have said something to each other. Masvidal walks up with his hands behind his back and then bing, 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 3-piece and a soda. Okay, everyone talked about it for years. And yeah, for sure, Rocky's pissed off. Rocky wants revenge. Rocky wants to get his goddamn hands on him. And that would be a great fight and it would sell a crap load of pay-per-views. Gilbert Burns, worthy challenger for sure. If Gilbert Burns was to beat him, 100% take my money. But Gilbert, as good as he is, and even though he pushed Khamzat Chimaev to the absolute limit, I don't know if that's going to be the best fight for Leon. I'm not talking about stylistically. I'm not talking about win or lose. I'm talking about maximizing the opportunity of being champion. Because even though Leon is tremendous, and I firmly believe he'll defend the belt on a number of occasions, it doesn't last forever. And you want to maximize that time. You want to make as much money as possible. You're a partner now in the organization. You get a percentage of the pay-per-views. There's an opportunity to make ridiculous amounts of money. Who else have we got? Well, we've been through this Covington. That's the choice from the UFC. Leon says he doesn't want to do that. Trust me, Dana White is a very, very convincing man. There's a very good chance that that fight goes down. But Leon can say no. If Masvidal isn't the man, then of course we've got also Gilbert Burns. I said that. Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad has won 8 fights in a row. And Belal Muhammad actually fought Leon Edwards. They have history, and it ended in a second round eye poke. So it was a no contest. It was a really, really bad eye poke as well. But I will say this. I love Belal Muhammad. Remember the name. He's a great fighter, great wrestler. Last time knocked out Sean Brady. The hands are getting better all the time. And I think he'd give him a decent fight. But in the first round of the first fight, Leon was having his way. Leon was having a field day, in fact. But hey, it's 5 rounds. Ended after in the second, early in the second. So they're the top guys. Now, trust me, Khamzat Chimaev, he's around, undefeated at welterweight, undefeated in general. He's gone up to middleweight. He can't fight at 170 no more. He missed weight last time out. And from my sources, I mean, I do work for the UFC after all. He's going to be fighting at middleweight. Don't know who. We're waiting to find out. Don't know who it's going to be. I think it will be a top contender. My money would be, I was talking about this on Believe You Me, maybe a Jared Cannonier, but I have a sneaky suspicion, and this is not from any sources, this is just a suspicion on what I was saying on Believe You Me. Sean Strickland, right? Bad guy against bad guy. I mean, Sean Strickland's got a mouth on him, and he's a great fighter. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. You put that main event, co-main event on a pay-per-view, main event on a fight night. Welcome to the 185-pound division, Khamzat Chimaev. But Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, who's it gonna be? It's going to be Colby Chaos Covington. I would like it to be Masvidal. I would like it to be Covington. I would like it to be all of them. But the one that we're going to see, listen, I would love to see Masvidal and Leon throw down in an octagon. With the footage that they have, the 3-piece and a soda, it's kind of like when Conor McGregor threw the dolly at Khabib Nurmagomedov at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And that went on to be the biggest pay-per-view of all time in the history of the sport. But that's because Conor McGregor is a ridiculous unicorn. Okay, he's the biggest pay-per-view monster we've seen. And Khabib Nurmagomedov, come on, that's Khabib. He's also got a massive, massive following. So Leon and Masvidal would do good numbers, but not those kind of numbers. But the 3-piece and a soda definitely helps. Burns would be a tremendous fight. I don't think he would do those kind of numbers with respect to Burns. Khamzat isn't there. Belal Muhammad, listen, you remember the name. And remember, you'll get your chance, Belal, but I don't think it's going to be yet. It's going to be Colby Chaos Covington. Why? Because Dana said it's going to happen. And Dana's the president of the promotion. So he gets a say in these things. And there's a lot of reasons why Leon would take that. Ching, ching, ching. Money being amongst them. He'll tell him, he said, look, listen, this is going to sell a lot. Colby Covington is a promoter's dream. Every time against Kamaru Usman, he sold the crap out of those fights. Okay? Colby knows how to promote. Will the fight go down in London? There's a fight card. I hear it's July 22nd. Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura. Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura is the rumored main event, but you never know. With Leon still being the champ now, Leon versus Colby could be the main event, but that all depends, I'll be honest, on how the pay-per-view sales went down. Because if they were fantastic, then they'll do one again. If they weren't the best, then maybe doing it in the UK isn't the best idea. Great for UK fans, but not for the pay-per-view market in America. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know anything about that. That's not my market. That's not my area, should I say. Has nothing to do with me. But there is a fight in London, July versus Marcin Tybura, if Leon isn't taking that main spot. But regardless, whoever it is, first of all, just want to say congrats to Leon Edwards. What a sensational performance it really was. Commiserations to Kamaru Usman. I have nothing but respect and admiration for the man. I love the career that he's had. I love the way he carries himself. He's an absolute gentleman. He's a gentleman. He really is. And he's a hell of a fighter. Leon was just too much. And Kamaru looked like, I don't know, potentially his best days are behind him now. But well done to Leon Edwards. That's the first and foremost. Well done to Leon, his family, all of his team, and everyone that supports him in the UK. But my money, and mark my words, yes, he's the champ and he gets a say. But the next fight for Leon Edwards is going to be Colby Chaos Covington. Because I would speculate, Dana guaranteed him for one. That's why he made weight. He's announced it to the world. And even though Leon's the champ, he's the champ, but he doesn't run the organization. But let's wait and see. First and foremost, well done, Leon. Well done, my friend. You guys, thanks for watching. Well done to you for picking the best mixed martial arts YouTube channel in the goddamn world. Subscribe and ring your bell. Ring the bell if you haven't done so. And I will see you later. By the way, 12 o'clock today, going live, answering your questions. So make sure you tune in for that. Take care.